Yeah.
Gang, back in the stool. Gang, back in the stool. Yeah, nigga, win. How can I lose? How can I lose? How can I lose? I was a gang. Cause they gon' shoot. Me and Trevor no coop. Cop the Roxy, this is your roof. Yeah, see your vision loose. I'm in LA with the views. I'm in LA with the booth. We only bust in the job. It's way too late to decide. Jamming them boys come alive. Better not fuck up the vibe. Running this shit with a stride. And you know my game fly.
I'm with the gang. Boys hopping out of coops.
What's good, yo? We back, RTTV.
What up? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to RTTV.
Yeah. Nigga, I'm a storm that the weather refuses. But I'm that nigga that shall never refuse. I come through like a motherfucker too. What?
What kind of Wu-Tang bars, nigga? If it's your first time here, it definitely won't be your last. Make sure you kill murder. Make sure you kill murder. And smash that subscribe
Cause I remixed the last one. Yo, make sure you check out that Patreon. We got full interactions. I really don't. Yo, of this show, and a lot more shows, loyalty shows, behind the scenes movies, and all, man. Link is down below.
You gotta admit, at least 3 out of 5 times you're doing it.
I never do it.
No, he does it too many times to say that he doesn't do it on purpose, bro.
Patreon, Patrick.
No. You know how many times I said Patreon, I never said your name?
Focus. That's your name.
Nigga, Rob, focus that. Yo, make sure you like this video and let us know you rock with the Boondocks. Make sure that notification bell is ringing. So every time we drop an episode of the Boondocks, you know about it.
Gang.
You look like
and make sure you guys go ahead and follow us on Twitch, RTTV5, where we watch some of your favorite movies, TV shows, and play some of your favorite video games live. So make sure you follow, you subscribe, RTTV5, because it's a vibe on Twitch. And we're back with another episode of the Boondocks. On the last episode of the Boondocks, Granddad dated a Kardashian who had a fake butt, and her butt exploded.
And she died.
Yeah.
Wow.
But she wasn't even really a Kardashian.
She wasn't.
Because she was an O, she was an AB, and they're O's. Oh! Pick up.
Well, my ex is like a Noah.
But
we're gonna get Kanye was.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Very trap about, you know what I'm saying?
You're full for this one.
But we're gonna get into the next episode of the Boondocks Season 4, Freedomland.
Oh, wow. Damn, Jerry, nah, I didn't know you should go to me.
And the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. Glow to let you know to call your brother's son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's coming. I'm gonna remain a soldier till the war is won.
Hit him with that.
Judo flip. Chop. Judo flip.
Can I get a spin on that shit?
Chop. Judo flip. Chop. Judo flip.
Right. Man, all these channels and there ain't nothing on. Wait, there's a
I used to hate that nigga when there was nothing on.
Yeah, that's happened a lot. Yeah, I just go outside.
Basketball wise, even though ain't none of them really wise except Malaysians.
Look at them go. All that butt and weave and sweat. How come I never seen this before?
Is this how you gonna go out, Granddad? Eating junk food and watching junk TV?
Pretty much. I mean, it wasn't like he was gonna be in the NBA. So if he happy looking at hoes, he came back. Hey!
Can't you see this is what the 1% wants? For us to become slackers that zone out on TV and eat cheap food?
What you got against cheap
That's
food?
real shit, though.
Cheap food tastes good. And it's cheap.
Yeah, and it'll kill you.
Until they make a salad that tastes like ribs, I'ma do meat.
They dull our minds with poisonous ribs.
Who is they? I don't see nobody but you, nigga.
The wealthy ruling class in America. Who is that?
Let them know, Huey.
You spending knowledge right now, bro.
That was the 2 for Tuesday special. 2 pizzas with cheesy crust and cheesy box for $2.
Oh, that's a fucking deal, nigga.
Joe, be done.
Yeah, that chicken deal was crazy.
You gonna eat my pizza
$4.75
and
for
watch
that
my basketball wives and scratch.
Oh.
A nice white delivery man gave me a pizza for $1. Probably got scared once he learned niggas live around here. And the second sent me over here. Said he wants to see you in head office immediately.
What's Eddie want with us now?
Oh, he cries and
You
shit.
niggas go with that. Oh, what he want now? Well, you should want to talk to him 24 hours a day. Well, you can go tell Junior if he wants to talk to us, he can bring his ass over here just like you did.
Oh,
but
shit.
ain't that the pot calling the nigga black? I guess he shot Mr. Wassler on your ass. Which is akin to owning the air in a balloon. Robert, as much as it pains me to do this, Now where was I?
He's a real nigga.
But please, I'm my own man. I don't move until I'm ready. I think because I waited until I was ready.
Oh, that's nice.
Robert.
Oh, this
What the hell
That
do you
was
call
so
yourself
fucking
rushing up to my
sucky.
house and forcing me to come here?
I don't want you all laying around the house, getting chunky and whatnot. So I figured a job in the fresh air would do you gentlemen
The
good.
music always comes on when he's around.
Use us to make money.
Yep, smart kid. I opened the living history theme park.
You're forcing black people to reenact the most painful period in our history?
Cotton candy and a
Yeah, I
merry-go-round.
told you that like
Come on,
episode.
Huey. Not just black people. I'm progressive enough to force all races to reenact your painful history.
Who's invited to the show, yo? Oh, season 4. I feel like every episode been kind of about this shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh my god.
They're running.
Some bullshit.
Nigga, look at this
Yo, JT. I ain't gonna lie, these last ones been making me like laugh with my stomach hurts.
Why are you here anyway?
Oh my
Well,
god.
there are positions open in Freedomland, and I'm sort of a
Freedomland.
This is a great opportunity to go back to a noble time for black Americans. God bless America.
Nah.
Of course, Ruckus the nigga.
This is Ruckus's dream job.
This here is your orientation.
Ruckus, are you trying to tell us that we're supposed to act like slaves and be cool with it?
Really?
I'm going to look down when a rich white. If you hear and or self-worth.
See, I'm telling him to suck.
This nigga's wild.
You can call me Toby or Bob.
Nah, this nigga lying, bro.
Yo, it's so like this is hilarious. I don't know how to explain it. It's not hilarious, but it's hilarious. Yo, Pops be wildin'.
No way, bro.
Gently snapping his fingers. Now, so we will leave your name speak. But you two little niggas, oh, you have aggressiveness. And as such, they will be changed. Do it. You are now nigga 1. Riley, your name is nigga 2. Or 2 for short. 2. Took that bell of hate on my heart. You are affectionately named nigga. Even though he is white, he has wide nostrils.
Yo.
What the fuck?
Nah, this episode fucking over.
Ruckus, this is inhumane. Who the hell said that niggas was human in the first place?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yo, the fact this came out in 2014.
Be grateful you not working at Sub-Saharan Food Bank land. Come!
Sub-Saharan Food Bank
Now, my
land?
name is not Ruckus. It is Paul.
Yo, imagine being a voice actor like doing this. I would love to watch that shit.
I want to see what the voice actor for Uncle Ruckus
Modern America, who would
He's
believe
like-
people would want to be
he's a big
entertained
black
by
dude.
slaves?
That's all I can describe.
He got
I'll give you a happy claim. Singing and dancing in dead ways.
Yeah.
Hey, rich, mostly white chillin'. Make some noise if your nanny speaks Spanish.
Oh my god.
Yo, you need to chill.
Yeah.
You need to chill.
I hope everybody enjoyed the Welfare Queen for a Day exhibit. Today, we are debuting a special interactive game.
I ain't gonna watch this
Everybody
shit.
enjoy waterboarding. I know it's not 19th century, but it's just so much fun.
In order to keep Ruckus's whip off my granddad's back, even I was forced to cooperate.
Damn.
It was a very long day.
Pay no attention to the balloon that won't inflate. That's just to give the game a sense of fun. Now,
These
if you will all reach under
Why
the
is it
chair,
real?
you'll
Ah, that's crazy.
ready, bang!
That's tapped, bro.
They're wild.
That's enough.
Yo, the fact that never thought I would see some shit like this ever.
You alright?
I won't do this again.
You're not gonna have to. Let's go home.
Yeah, see.
Have some respect.
Why you not changed, Granddad? My feet still hurt.
Hush up. Huh? Where you niggas think y'all go? The park is closed. Oh, you niggas don't get it, do you? This is your home.
Oh my God.
Slave escape room. Did you see what the top is?
Nah, this is amusement park for slavery, nigga. That's fucking crazy.
None of us should have been surprised. For decades, people allowed the middle class to wither and die.
Yeah, slave. Oh, slave. That tastes good in my mouth.
Nigga, you gotta say this is you black, nigga, you a slave too.
It's like saying love.
Nah, he has a vitiligo.
Nigga, I know like, nigga, that disease made you black, nigga.
Oh, it's not as bad as say them slave castles in Senegal. This is more like an NFL training camp. See them slaves over there? Look at their forearms and legs.
I just said, look at their forearms and legs getting strong.
That cotton is organic.
Yo, this is the worst show I ever was young kids watch. This is easy not to show you like little kids watch.
But there are documents called the Constitution and the
Last thing you
Emancipation
saw was a
Proclamation.
kid. Nigga, I see this when it came
Specifically
out.
forbid kids
You
to
weren't a kid in
wear
2014, Pat. You weren't a kid in 2014.
That wasn't a kid.
I could let you go.
21.
Yeah, you was definitely in college, man.
Yeah, sure.
Niggas say, yeah, I wasn't a kid.
What the fuck?
The only way we're gonna get busy. Remember this when you get home and you want to watch TV and eat junk food and let the machine make all your decisions.
Oh,
Damn, ain't I punished enough? First I gotta be a slave. Now you saying it's my fault?
This is all your fault, Freemans. I paid my mortgage on time. I earned my freedom. Tom,
Stop working.
yeah, Tom put this put him on himself. I would like
Get your
this.
ass up.
call? Did you say call? Oh, I'm sorry. In case you didn't notice, Massa didn't provide me with a phone. I'm in
This
for
is your fault. You applied for this, nigga.
I won't be free until we're all free.
Tom, Sarah bought your freedom. You can go.
Well, guys, it's been real.
We vitiligo and bone in the 20th century. I never got my chance to experience the beauty and magical nature known as slavery. Finally, I get my chance to show Master I'm not like them film niggas. I got his back. Don't get no crazy ideas about writing letters to Abraham Lincoln looking for help. It's like, I can't read nor writing. We'll be shot immediately.
Nigga, the voice actor is the one you really gotta ask questions to.
Yeah, my nigga.
He really called the Breakfast Club and jumped like Uncle Ruckus and praised.
Huey, I'm ready to bust up out of here, man.
Doesn't have something worth dying for? What's the point of living?
Hold up.
God
That
damn
plan ends with us living, right? Yeah, good. Cause I was about to tell you that you on your own if it didn't. What's the plan?
It was going to be risky. People who had trusted.
Told you this was a bad idea.
Every gain in U.S. history has been because oppressed people weren't afraid to fight. If we don't fight, we're saying it's okay for them to own everything. Our self-worth, and I'm not giving up my freedom to anybody for any price.
Me neither. That's what's up.
Let's revolt this bitch.
Whoa, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. This is the most vocal Huey's like really been about situation.
Greetings. I gathered you
Yo,
together
he's
as it would give me great umbrage if any fellows objected to us thusly branching out.
Can you not talk like that?
I'm ban this Freedomland thing. It's a damn cash cow.
Wow.
But we have some minor obstacles. Words come down. There are some staffer slaves who don't see the fun in Freedomland.
Murder them! Remember we tried that at the Indian section.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why we built that damn Straight Tears casino.
Oh, my God.
Well, good. Entertains the masses and keeps them. How about a month's supply of overly branded clothing?
No,
You pick of our obese women?
no.
Work with me here. Come on, I'm trying to come to an honest agreement for all you people's hard work. Okay, 40 acres and a mule. Come on now, 40 acres. That's a lot of land.
You and I both know we'll never see it.
Mr. Watson.
Not for long.
Defiant.
I likes. But perhaps you're still feeling a misplaced little angry Afro boy. Your grandfather, all these other folks, already slaves in debt to me before they became slaves here. I'm just trying to help. And hey, your scowl, not helping.
How can you live with yourself? How much money does it take for someone to lose their conscience? No guilt, no shame?
He has no real power, but your people are happy because he has a nice office and gets CNN sound bites.
I'm gonna have to pass.
Wow.
What good is it for a man to gain the whole world, yet lose his soul?
Oh my god.
Marcus, how dare you go dark
This
and
nigga
Mr.
is
Wonderful
just
talk, but you'll never
real
lie.
shit this episode. Damn, nigga.
Yeah, this episode weird, bro.
This episode was wild, bro.
Yeah, it's like, this is not even a joke. This is wild. This is wild boy shit.
Somebody ever gonna talk? It's getting cold.
Hey, what movie does remind you of?
Look at Riley's face.
Well, I really don't know none of y'all. And since most of y'all haven't washed, you smell like gas.
That is true. I smell acid.
I guess all I really want to say is, this shit is up and I'm ready to go.
Oh my God.
Step right up.
Yeah, why?
This shit just became illegal.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you kill everybody's illegal.
Ladder, tall and feathery.
Oh, what the fuck?
I got a better idea. Let me have it. The folks here want historical accuracy. I'm gonna give it to them. Oh, that is good. Cut off that slave's foot and he ain't going nowhere.
Let's go, Huey! Oh! This nigga was made by cut his feet off, my nigga? This nigga is wildin'.
Nah, cut that in, bro.
Yeah, boy!
Turn up! Let's go.
Fishing for crack babies.
Can they kill once now? That would
He
be
says remind me of the Haitians, yo. You know, we were voted and became the first black and friendly country. Put some respect on this.
No, I'm talking about Haitians. We share the same country. I mean, the same island and shit.
That's how I say, nigga.
Wait, so you could drive? You could drive to Oh, that's lit.
That's how I know what's the last one.
Let's go, Huey! Let's go, nigga!
You know the border like the fastest. That was just like that.
Alright, we got you now.
Yeah, alright. See, this is the first time like he was really whooping adults' asses, yo. Okay. Oh, let's go!
Little Afro samurai and shit.
Oh, man.
Nah, they should do an anime with him, really.
Right?
Nigga. Oh my
gosh. This nigga is wild, bro.
Yo, this season was the funniest nigga. I'll go fuck, bro.
How long
Niggas
before
literally
they try to
pushing.
figure out another way to try to make a
How about my whistle?
You do great, granddad.
Okay, boys, let's go home.
Yeah, I feel like Huey knows this show is crazy. He's heated.
Yeah, Mr. One, out of the goodness of his heart, was gonna give you free housing, food, a job, everything a nigga could want. Tell me, you ungrateful bastard, what could ever be greater than Freedomland?
You could kick him in us.
Freedom.
That was a message, because if you guys didn't get what they did there, at the end, what he was basically saying is, and where that was just a clearly exaggerated version, but our work lives, our regular day lives, jail system, everything is that. And that's why rookies don't get it, where it's just people like, yo, I don't get it. We give them this and that, like, we give them regular jobs, we give them freedom, that, but niggas don't get it. That's not enough. Freedom is to be as equal as you. And I feel like at the end, that message was clear, like, and I think Hugh's character I finally get, I feel like they know they exaggerate. The whole point is to push it, whereas people that, there's probably a racist nigga that actually thinks that. Like a park, imagine now we can have an amusement park with slaves and stuff, imagine how much.
There's definitely somebody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I like that I was able, like, I would never think of that. So, like, me seeing the scenes, I was laughing, but the reason why I was laughing was because it's like, it's crazy to me that there's really people out there that actually think like that. That's why I was laughing. There's somebody out there that would really wish that shit was possible. And yo, we're not satisfied with just anything. Like, we want to be at the top. We want to get the executive jobs, the presidency, everything, because we just want freedom.
Yeah, like this shit right there. That was a great breakdown with my nigga Robcityrt. And to go along with his point, I feel like even with last episode we seen with the Kardashians, people like this exaggerated look on things. That's why they pay attention. So I feel like Boondocks, what they do is they give you this exaggerated take on what life used to be like, or just to make their point, because there's still an underlying message. Because that's how we draw the people in. But if the people are here watching, we might as well give them like the real truth about what went on or what's going on. That's
especially when they're cartoons, so they can push the barrier with that. Like, no live action show could do an episode like that. At all.
Nah,
I mean,
nowhere near close.
I mean, Django, the movie, Django.
But that was different. That's not that. It's an uprising, though.
Django is basically that. This is a part of that.
Django, the whole movie, this nigga's on some redemption shit, nigga. Like, killing niggas the whole time, nigga. That shit, like, that moment of redemption didn't come to the bitter end of this episode, right?
Yeah, like, it made a good point. Like, I feel like it made a good point, but it's like, I don't know, like, you could do something and it be comical, but like parts of this episode, it just wasn't funny. Like, it was just like, ooh, that's kind of, ugh.
I mean,
and like, at the end when it comes all together, like Dave Chappelle can say some crazy wild shit and bring it all back, but it's funny because throughout the whole time it's actually, I don't know, like this one it was like, bro, we're playing whack-a-mole with black women, my nigga. We're doing fake hangings of niggas. Like, we got ruckus whipping shit.
The
like,
history was that harsh, though.
The
history was harsh.
Exaggerated. Yes, the history was that harsh, but it's obviously
exaggerated.
But it's like,
if it was just the history, it's cool.
They were trying to make it as comical as possible when they did it.
But I don't think it's that.
And even so, like, getting back to what Robbie said, this does have some correlation to real life and how it goes on now.
Like, I think the whole point of it is showing you there's literally niggas that think like this out there. Like, there's people that actually want that, and I feel like you have to be bold to bring that to light so people could see it. And like Joel was saying, you have to grab people's attention, because if you really look at it, it had this powerful messages in history. Like, at the end, the slaves revolted. We know Birth of a Nation, which now turned a story about a slave revolt that happened in America that no one wants to speak about. Haitians becoming independent and taking over slave rebellion and taking over, and no one wants to talk about it. I feel like you have to look at the whole thing. Like, there's parts that people think like that, and there's also people that think like this, and people willing to fight so that nothing like this can ever happen. And the fighting at the end to me was dope, because it showed you that you can never hold people down, and you could have, nowadays you could have any fucking idea you want. You will never be able to do that to us. And I just like that I would have never thought of this, and I like it to open my mind, and I'm happy about that. I don't think every part was supposed to be funny. I think parts were supposed to make you feel, what the fuck is that? Like, because in your mind, you're supposed to be like, yo, there's actually a nigga that thinks like that out there. And I think, thank you for opening my mind, Boondocks, because I know for a fact there's white racist men that think like that. And I would have never known that, and see the extent that if they could control the world, you think they wouldn't want the world like that right now? If you think about white racist men, they wouldn't want the adaptation version of slavery now. And I feel like that's it. Amusement park where we had niggas come in, make a mock, like, that's crazy, bro.
Well, how does that motherfucker watch this? Like, how does that like, I could never sit there like a Caucasian person to watch this episode. Like, it would just be like, what? Like, if you laugh, I'm gonna look at you crazy. Like, you did this shit fun? Like,
but that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know, nigga.
It's like
I understand that, like, you gotta understand, like, even so, regardless of whether you're black or a racist white person watching this episode, it's gonna bring forth some sort of reaction, because that person is obviously the person who's looking at it in the sense of the side of one certain Uncle Ruckus is like, yeah, the world should be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna invoke a reaction. It's gonna invoke discussion. Granted, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up way of thinking. Don't get me wrong. But obviously, there's gonna be people that's just like, yeah, this is how the world is, and we want that freedom.
And then niggas even said like niggas even said like when they was kids they couldn't have seen this shit. What happens if there's a kid that just drove past that and see that like what the fuck are they going like?
But you can say that for any rated R movie. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to have control of your kids what they watch. At the end of the day, that's for everything in the world. There's crazy shit that you can see. This is not the only crazy thing. And at the end of the day, this is an adult show. And I get why it's an adult show.
And this is, and even so, we're saying, yo, Kids Shouldn't Watch This, which granted it's rated M for mature, but like that's like the video game rating, but it's TVMA.
Rated M for
it's TVMA. It's still there's still lessons being taught throughout this episode, throughout these episodes. You know what I'm saying? And like if you could watch it, not to say that kids shouldn't be watching this necessarily, but if they were to watch it with an adult that was able to break down to them what was going on, I think it would be like more understandable. It still wouldn't be like, yo, granted they would tell them like, listen, that's not okay. Like none of this, like slavery is not okay, my nigga. Like
that other episode we seen was wild. Like that other one was just, it had no point. Remember the one was like banned? Yeah. The one that we watched and we never put up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The ending of this was literally like
it was full circle.
Like even with the Huey's character, what he even said, and it was like, yo, I don't know, nigga. Like, and it was just like, yo, my nigga, like, we gave you guys jobs, we gave you guys work. What else do niggas want?
Yeah, it's like people are selling you on this idea of what freedom is. Like, don't let nobody tell you what freedom is. Freedom is freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my nigga was
Nah, real shit, bro.
That's real shit.
Now, this is actually one of my favorite episodes by Huey. And it was just like, we really got to hear more. You know how those other episodes where it was like, damn, we wanted to hear Huey talk about it since this is really his lane of talking. Like, this is the episode I feel like he didn't hold back because it was at a point in time, it was like, yo, nah. This has gone too far right here. Like, it would have been crazy on his character if he didn't speak out. So that's why I really fucked with him in this episode right here. Real shit.
Yeah, this was a good episode. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? More Boondocks, more stuff, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know why I said that, but if it's your first time, it definitely won't be your last. Make sure you kill, murder, and smash that subscribe button. I'm the man, the myth, the maniac. Wilkins_RT. Make sure you guys run the numbers up on that Boondocks playlist and on that cartoon playlist. You know what I'm saying? We're coming towards the end of the Boondocks, and we're gonna be dropping the poll. Yeah, that's what we gotta do there. We're gonna be dropping the poll soon for what we're gonna be doing next. So, go, nigga.
I thought you was Patricrt, you already know what it is, man.
Yo, it's your boy Wells, the Anime King. Just remember, these two niggas said that season 4 was trash.
Remember what I said too. I'm a bitch, my nigga.
I'm not a bitch.
It's your boy Robcityrt. Shout out to my nigga Jerry.
Yo, what's good, man? I go by the name of DC. Follow me on Instagram, DCZ_1RT. Some wild fucking shit, man. Some wild fucking shit.
Wow. And that settles it at the round table. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Wilkins_RT.
Patricrt, man. And if you rock with this video, man, make sure you check that out right there, man.
This way, Tuesday, Wednesday.
What they need to do, bro?
They need to kill, murder, and smash that subscribe button. Gang.